Right fellas, so year 10s, this is your day 2 video for week 3 and week 4. I'll put in the comments section on what dates I'm actually expecting you to complete these lifts. So if you're a little bit confused about day 1, day 2, it is the format that we have been using in class when we were back at school. So we'll do our day 1 earlier in the week, and I believe for you guys that's a Tuesday. Then day 2 is done on a Thursday, but I'll put in the exact dates so there's no confusion around when you were supposed to do those lifts. So this is day 2. This is your Thursday session, and you will be doing this session for week 3 as well as week 4. Week 3, as I've explained in your day 1 session, you will be doing 3 sets per exercise. In week 4, you will add in a 4th set per exercise. So that is your day 2. So this session we have quite a few new lifts. So you need to listen up and you need to have a good close look at my demonstrations. There are some slight progressions to some of the lifts that we've done in the other cycles. So that's cool, because hopefully you've been doing these videos and now you're at a stage where you're getting better, so we can build on those. Right, so you should have done the Atp warm-up, I'm hoping. Hopefully we're still in that routine. As before we start these sessions, we do the Atp warm-up, we do those 4 exercises for 6 repetitions, and we do them twice each. If not, and you need some help with that, go and have a look at that Atp warm-up video, which is on this channel, and that'll give you the direction so you can go through that mobility warm-up. On that, do this mobility warm-up every single day. That would be my advice. Not just before these videos. Mobility is going to be something that is hugely helpful for you as an individual, not just to help with your sport, but your everyday life. There are some mobility sessions on this channel, and I've got another one to post from our physio, so there's some inspiration there. But really key to build in mobility work every day, whether you do that as a first thing before you get up, a last thing you do before you go to bed. Trust me, you will thank me later when you get old and you've done this mobility work, and it was hugely beneficial. Right, so presuming you've done the warm-up now, we're going to move into the A series. So we've got a hop transition exercise which we introduced in day 1. This time, rather than going forward and back, we're going to go left to right. So I'll just make some space for myself. Right. So on one leg, I'm going to do my demo with my right. I'm not hopping forward and back. I'm going left to right. So right, left, right, left, right, left. I'm using probably about a 20 centimetre space, 20 to 30 centimetres to do my jump. That was probably quite a poor demo. What I wanted to look like from you guys anyway is to be more controlled, and we're actually probably landing in the same spot. We're going out on our right foot when we're going to that left side to that right side. You're controlling where you're jumping, you're getting good landing, and you're getting that good ankle contact, which is hugely beneficial for your performance. So we're going to do 12 repetitions of that one on each leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to 12. Then do the other leg and do another 12 on that side. A2, so we've got a squat jump, which is not new to you, but what we're going to do is we're actually going to twist in the air and do a 180 landing. A lot of the sports that we're involved in at TBC involve jumping or being in the air, and it's how we control that landing or our body position or having bodily awareness to allow for a strong landing that protects us from being injured. It's when we go off balance or we land funny, particularly after jumping, that injuries can occur. So we see that really commonly, or see that a lot in the ADP program. There's lots of rolled ankles. So movements like this will be hugely beneficial to protect you from those injuries going forward. So squat jump with the 180 landing looks like this. So hands on hips. I want you to do a traditional squat jump and then twist and land. Stay in that position. Another one. Cool. So try and stay on the exact same spot as you. So you jump, you twist, and you land in the same spot. You'll probably do a couple where your body goes off axis and you end up going out to the right or out to the left. But jump up nice and tall, straight up to the ceiling. I still want you to focus on the jump height and then twist and then landing. So there's 3 portions to that. good high jump, twist in the air, stay upright, and then support your landing to make that solid. So that one's you're gonna do 12 of that too. And then A3. So I bent over TYI. I believe this is something we've done before, so I'll just give you a quick run through. So we're in that good hinge position, the bottom of the hinge, and we're gonna make a T, a Y, and an I. In its full version, it looks like this. So I do my full hinge, flat to the floor, chest nice and flat, or back flat, shoulder blades locked in, glute strong, core strong, T, Y, and I. And I want you to go through that 4 times. That'll give you the 12 repetitions. That's the A series. Okay, so moving on. B series. Alright, so we're going to squat with a pulse. I want you to go hands on hips. So no, we'll go hands out in front. So hands are about at shoulder height. You're going to squat down, good low depth, and then a little pulse. So a little 10 centimeter movement and back up. How does that look side on? So squat down, good depth, 10 centimeter pulse, and back up. There's 1, 2, 3, and you're going to accumulate 12 repetitions. So that's how you do that one there. That is B1. B2. Cool. So we've got a single leg glute bridge. We've been doing a glute bridge. This time we're going to single leg, so we're making it unilateral. So I set up for that on our backs. I'm going to take one leg off. That's going to stay there. I'm going to go all the way up, and I'm going to hold for 2 seconds. So 1, 2, and back down. Same leg, back up. 1, 2, and back down. Up. 1, 2, and down. So really important that you get your hips nice and high. You squeeze that glute. You'll feel it working. And having that 2-second hold will really help you to do that. I want you to do 12 on each leg. Do one leg for 12 repetitions and then swap over. Don't alternate for that one there. Right, so B3. You will need a towel or a sweatshirt, something that you can hold on to that will give you about shoulder width. I'm going to use a towel. So when I do this, I might run out of room, but I'm going to have the towel above my head, directly above the crown of my head. My arms are straight, and they're just outside shoulder width actually. So maintaining that, I'm going to find my feet just outside hip width, and I'm going to do my good hinge, keeping my hands in front of me, my towel's above my head, and I'm hinging up and back. Good strong hinge, back flat, core engaged, back up, side on. What does it look like? Good hinge, and back up. Resist the temptation to make a hump or hill or rainbow shape. Really lock in your shoulder blades, use your core, your glutes, maintain that flat back, and still have a really good hinge. So my glutes are pushing back, my knees are soft. See how you go with that. If you find that too hard, that you just can't maintain the towel or whatever you've got above your head, then just drop it and we'll just go to a normal RDL or hinge for now until you build up and you are comfortable with that overhead position. Otherwise, you're going to do that for 12 repetitions. That is B3. So quick recap over that. So B1 was the squat, the bodyweight squat, hands out in front with the pause. So go to the height, 10 centimeters up and down, then back up. That counts for 1 rep. The single leg glute bridge. So one leg off, taking your hips up, holding for 2 seconds, and then back down. That's B2. And then B3, the overhead towel, RDL or hip hinge. And if you can't maintain that position, if your technique goes out the window, then drop the towel or overhead and just do a bilateral RDL, the 2 feet on the floor. Sweet. Rightio, so C series. We've got an incline press up with pause at the bottom. So this has been programmed for you already. You should have experience with this one, but I'll quickly run through. So you will need a bench or a chair or something that I can make an incline position with. I'm going to have my hands, so we're doing a press up, hands on, Sorry, I just quickly remind myself. Cool, so we're going to do a normal press up from incline position with a pause at the bottom. So 2-second pause at the bottom, like we did for the single leg glute bridge. We're going to hold for 2. Ready? So we're going to lower down, hold for 1, 2, and back up. Down, 1, 2, back up, and 12 repetitions for that one there. Make sure that you've got a good hold for the 2 seconds. If you find that too challenging, we're just going to reduce the reps. So let's give you a rep range of between 8 to 12 repetitions. If you get to 8 and you go, yep, that's me, that's enough, stop at 8. If you're feeling fresh, go to 12. I'm going to leave it up to you to make that judgment. I don't want it to be so hard that you can't do a second set, but I want it to be hard enough so you're actually making some progression, we're getting stronger, and we're going somewhere with that lift. So that's up to you. That is C1. Just move this out of the way. C2 is an old favourite, the bicycle crunch, which has been programmed for you to date already. So lying down, hands behind head, legs off the ground. I'm really crunching up and twisting as my leg goes forward. So leg goes forward, and then back to the other side. Crunch up and twist. I'm not just flailing my elbows from side to side. I'm really crunching up and twisting. Squeeze and twist. Squeeze and twist. Squeeze and twist. Really engaging those deep core muscles to get that exercise done. I want you to do 20. So that'll be 10 on each side for that one. C3. So this is a new one for you guys. Prone hold. We're going to go from hands. We're not on our elbows. We're going full, so knees are off the deck. You will want to take your feet a little bit wider apart, so about the same width as my hands, as you can see in the video. I'm going to take one hand off, touch opposite shoulder, and transition to the other side, and touch. 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 I'm going to go for 10 on each side, so a count of 20. When you do it, you'll see that I'll rock a little bit from side to side, but I'm not opening up, I'm not twisting. I'm using my core to stay stable and strong as I take off that hand, because I do lose some of my balance, obviously. I'm going from 4 points of balance to 3, so you really need to work hard through there, through your core, and try and prevent that movement as much as possible. So that is C3. So just a quick recap of the C series. The incline press up on your bench or your seat, down for 2 and hold, 1, 2 and back up. The bicycle crunch, make sure we're crunching up and over as we twist, not just spinning from side to side. And then lastly, the prone hold with the shoulder tap. So taking one hand off, touching the opposite shoulder, and then returning it back to the position that it started at. And that's a count of 20, 10 each side as well. Rightio, so now we've got our sort of our exercise challenge, or our volume finisher, whatever you want to term it. We've got a new one for you guys today, which is the Superman press up. Quite a hard press up to achieve, but one I'm keen for you guys to sink your teeth in and have a good go, because it is a really good way to finish these sessions. So Spider-Man press up, what does it look like? I'm sure you're all familiar with Spider-Man and how he moves when he climbs along the sides of buildings. We're sort of replicating that. So press up, normal press up position, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knee up to my elbow and then press up like Spider-Man. Other side, press up, other side, press up. So it's really quite difficult now, particularly because we've got more weight to do the press up with, because that leg is taken off. We've also got some challenge to our stability, because I've got a leg out to the side now. So have a go at that first. I want you to do 30 repetitions, which is a lot, but I think that's appropriate for you guys. And if you have been doing these sessions to date, it is achievable. It'll be hard, but you'll get there. If you can do this with only taking 2 breaks, so that means sort of breaking it up into 3 sets, that would be really awesome. If you need more, then we've got something to work on, that's fine. What I ask is that you give it a really good go. So the idea of this is that we actually challenge our body with repetitions. So if we are giving ourselves 2 more too much rest or frequent rest, we will not achieve the outcomes that I want from this finisher at the end of the session. So really give that a good honest go and do as many as you can before you take those rests. Sweet, so that's day 2 for week 3 and week 4. Get stuck in, enjoy those, and you will hear from me soon.